Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
Yo, 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 it's your host, Daniel, here back again with another good episode. We're here with Matt again.
What's going on?
We just went and saw... You want to tell him?
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Dude, hell yeah. You know, not really a horror movie, and we don't care. It was just that good. We were, like, driving back. I'm like, dude, we should still make a fucking episode about that. You down? And he's like, it's not really horror, but I'm down. And I said, dude, I don't give a fuck. Let's do it.
There's ghosts.
Yeah, there's ghosts, right? Scary, right? But, man, okay, what do you think? Oh, but real quick, spoilers again. If you're listening now, we doing it a little different. We went and saw the movie and decided we're going to film this, so spoilers are going to start right about now. Go ahead, hit it.
Dude, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty comical, but they still stuck to the main story. It felt Ghostbusters. It felt like the first one, not like how the girl one was, Like this one really felt like a follow-up of the original Ghostbusters. So you could kind of tell. It wasn't scary, but it was more funny. But it was good. It was an enjoyable movie, due to my opinion. I like the characters, the selection. You got the dude that plays from It, the kid. He's always fucking hilarious. Ant-Man. I don't know his real name. I don't know the actor's name.
Man, I'll remember.
Yeah, but he's always great too, dude. He plays like the
Paul
same.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
He's always him. He's kind of like a Ryan Reynolds. He always plays the same kind of character.
Yeah.
He's always the same, but they made their performances really good.
Yeah, they really did a spectacular job at picking their cast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything just flowed so good with the cast, and like they worked together great, and it made it such a good movie.
Even the old school Ghostbusters.
Oh
Bill
yeah,
Murray.
dude, they brought everybody back, dude. That was sick.
The acting on their part, I felt, was a little blandish.
It was very 80s.
Yeah.
Which was good. I feel like they definitely portrayed like their old selves good, and that's what I loved about it.
He was like, light them up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, it was great, dude. I loved it. I didn't, it was definitely the best when we were watching it. Nobody was expecting them to make this Ghostbusters movie. After the one where it was the all girls, I remember I tried watching it and I fucking hated it. I tried to like it because I love Ghostbusters. I got halfway through, I was watching it here at the house, and I said, this is awful. I can't, and I turned it off. I never even finished it. But like, this was what I was thinking, because when we were watching it, I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, didn't even finish the last one. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, this Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, was the Ghostbusters movie that we all didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like, nobody asked for this movie, but we needed it 100%. And it was amazing. Like, they nailed it on the head. It was so fucking good. I loved it.
Yeah, especially I liked all the little scenes that were just like all at the ballpark, like when the little marshmallows were roasting themselves and getting killed left and right. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they throw the one jumps in the blender and they're all turning it on. Dude, that was so funny. Those little guys, like, it was good. They had like a lot of cool things too that were like knocks on the originals, and were, like, little things. Like, even when they opened the glove box and there's a Twinkie in there, I was like, oh, the Twinkie. Like, but then they brought back the Marshmallow Man, but there were like 100 of those little guys, and they're just like getting killed or squished and stuff, and I thought it was funny. I was like, oh shit, they just fucking blew that when they turn on the grill and then he starts walking across and just melts in. I was like, oh dude, that's funny as shit.
Hell yeah. And I like the little kid too, podcast.
Little podcast, dude. That guy made me laugh. Dude, I gotta say that he was like the perfect character to bring into it too. Like, a lot of the stuff he said and did, like, he was like the comical relief, but he did really good. It wasn't like over the top where it was ridiculous, but it was ridiculous enough that it was good.
And he was a conspiracy theory dude, so he wasn't even surprised.
Yeah.
He was like, oh shit, I told you.
Yeah. I liked it with the girl too, and she's like, you're not freaking out right now? And she's like, overstimulation helps me
like
me
relax.
cope or whatever. Yeah, helps me relax, dude. That shit made me laugh, because it's usually the other way, like overstimulation.
She did really, really well, especially those jokes that she was making.
Oh, dude, yeah, they're like dad jokes.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
oh my god.
She's like, did you just make a geometry joke? She's like, yeah, that's why I winked.
Yeah. That shit made me laugh. Dude, we were like the only ones in the theater that were laughing. I was like,
fucking sorry asses. Who goes to a movie and doesn't even enjoy it?
yeah, man. And I liked it a lot. Like, and I liked too, like, how I feel like they didn't, like, it was like you said, it was like pitched off of the old movies, not the one with, I don't even remember the actresses that were in it, but like the all girls one, like they just like totally ignored that whole movie, which was good, which I thought was good, because like I said, didn't watch the end. This feels like more of a follow up to just the first movie. Like, they didn't even bring up any of the New York stuff that happened with the second movie. Even when they called Ray, remember they were like, he only talked about stuff that happened with Gozer, and that was it. They didn't really talk much about anything else. But it ended up being really good because that's all this movie was about. Was about Gozer coming back, and they did really good. I thought that was super cool how they even like had that temple thing and like the same thing where he's like the like keymaster and the gatekeeper. But when like I loved the part when they came. Because all I can think about, like one of my favorite parts in the old one, when Gozer's like, "Are you a god?" and they're like, "No," and they get zapped, and they're like, "Okay, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes." And then at the end, when the old guys show up, and then they're like, "Are you a god?" and then Ray's just standing there, and then Bill Murray's like, "Okay, come on, Ray, come on, dude,
do something."
Yeah, dude, come on." And they're like, "Yes, we are a god." It was so good. It was so funny.
Dude, they came at the right time, and I looked it up. The dude did die.
He did?
Harold died, so it was
Oh, I
like
forgot
that
to
little
look it up.
memorial. Yeah, I looked it up. So it was pretty cool.
Dude, that was really good. Yeah, for the you guys all probably should have seen it, but yeah, at the end when they say for Harold, that was I'm happy to. I didn't know he died, but that's really cool that they did that for him.
Yeah, and it made it look good, dude. His the ghost appearance of it.
Oh yeah, the CGI.
The
thing.
CGI.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, at first, like I didn't like. Of course, like we know it's CGI, but it didn't seem like they CGI'd him in. Like it looked like they just. I don't know, like the fact that he's dead. Like it looked kind of like they just made his character look ghosty. But after they, win the battle and everything, then you start to notice it's kind of like when the Star Wars Rogue One came out and they CGI'd like characters that were in the old one, or even like a young Leia. Then you started to realize like, oh yeah, like that guy's completely CGI. So that's when I know we were sitting there. You're like, is he dead? I'm like, I think he probably did die.
Yeah, and I noticed in the beginning too when they were showing him, they didn't show him.
Yeah.
At first, I thought maybe they were just trying to like hold off on that audience like expression to see like to be like, whoa. But then they showed Ray right away, like no problem. You just see Ray solid. So I was like, wait, well then why the fuck didn't they just show?
Yeah. Well, even that girl that came, the one with the glasses, she was their receptionist in the old movies.
Oh,
the girl that would answer the phone. That was her.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, that was her. All grown.
I wonder why she went with Spangler then and didn't stick around with the guys.
I don't know. I feel like it seemed more like not that she lived in that town, but she was like she said she was in charge of making sure the bills got paid. I wonder if she like lived somewhere else, but like was still in charge of that. And because of his death, and that they knew that that the family was gonna come, she went to go like drop off. Hey, here's like the keys, or here's like the shit you need. That's probably why she showed up. But it was still cool that they still incorporated her. Right. I'm really cheesy. I probably would have cried if Rick Moranis came. Because you know the story about him?
No.
So he, famous actor, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Ghostbusters. He stopped acting because his wife was terminally ill, and he became a stay-at-home dad to take care of his kids, and he quit his acting career to take care of his kids, and he just never came back because of that. He decided to be a father instead of an actor. So if they would have brought him back just for this one movie, I probably would have cried like a little baby. The fact that he reprised this role, even though it was a small role in those movies, but for him to come back, if he would have came back, I would have cried like a little baby that he, touched the fans. Because he touched, he wasn't like huge in the movies, but like this would have been a cool one to see him come back and be like, oh, he's back.
Especially if you were knowledgeed on that, like if you knew the story behind him.
Yeah. That's why I'm happy he didn't, because if I would have cried, you'd be like, why the fuck is this fool crying?
Yeah, I wouldn't have understood. I would have been like, I know. Thinking about something else. We would have been on the same page.
You're like, why the fuck is this guy crying?
Dude, that's great. I didn't even know that. Fun fact of the day for me.
Yeah. And I just for the viewers, just because I didn't want to sound like an idiot, I literally just looked up to see if he was dead, and he's alive. Okay. Yeah, I just want to. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I could be talking about this, and like the reason he's not back is because he's dead. But
yeah, you just got some audience dude yelling in the background. He's fucking dead.
Yeah, of course he's not gonna come back. He's dead. I just looked it up, guys. Don't worry. He's alive. He's alive and well. But yeah, he decided to be a stay-at-home dad, and I think that I love him for that, and that's why I love that actor too. So that's why it would have been. I mean, obviously small role. I mean, if they came back with a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids remake, and he came back in that would be bigger and a lot cooler.
Right.
But yeah, when they brought back everyone, like at the end sequence where they had Ray, like Bill Murray and the other fool, that was still super cool. I was like, shitting my pants, all excited. I remember I told you when they were fixing the car up, and I was like, I can't wait to hear the fucking siren.
Yeah, then it goes off. Dude. It didn't play as much as I thought it would, but it definitely played off. And
it played enough but I definitely would have liked to hear it more, just because how iconic it was. But it was still cool to, like, once that thing started blaring, I was like, yeah, that's the noise.
I love how passionate the girl got too. She almost shot the freaking cop over.
Dude, hell yeah! I was like, yeah, get him.
No, I was like, In real life, you would have got your ass shot, but
Yeah, they would have drawn on your ass. But yeah, when that
That was
happened,
tight.
she was about it. She was like, "No, give me my shit," and like
Mhm.
she pulled that the freaking laser on her.
Yeah, they're like, "You're lunatic, granddad. Don't talk about my mother."
yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, that I liked it. I did. Yeah, like I said, I liked how they based it off the first one because that was super cool to hear. I mean, it was kind of sad too, like to hear the backstory, like how he left them
Mhm.
and they all thought he went crazy, but in reality, like, and they all felt bad too. Like at the end, they're like, "We're so sorry, we didn't believe you," and they're like, "I wish we would have called," and that was super touching, like
Right.
emotional. The only issue I had with the movie, I know if I go back and I really focus, I'll start finding more problems because that's what I do.
Yeah, right,
but,
right.
but my biggest problem is at the end when the whole field is like traps and they're catching Gozer and all those spirits. Is Ray or not Ray?
Stickler,
or-
or whatever.
yeah.
Stickler.
No. We said it earlier. I can't believe we just
Yeah,
forgot
no,
his
I
name.
did
But
too.
Harold, the actor Harold,
Uh-huh.
his ghost is helping them take down Gozer, but his ghost doesn't get pulled in because that would have been pretty emotional too to see, like, he showed up to help and then
He
like
sacrificed himself.
sacrificed himself. Yeah, but that was my only my only complaint. Is like, okay, all these ghosts that are even like up in the sky are being pulled down, but he's the only one that's not getting pulled in, and he's standing right next to them. Like, that's kind of lame. But besides that, like,
Yeah,
good
and,
fucking movie.
And his ghost looked completely different than everybody else's ghost.
Yeah, that's true. He was like a normal person, but he did like get to pass on in the end. I also like too we got to see more of the car, like the interior too, and the gadgets that were inside the car, and that was
the gunner seat.
Dude, exactly, that gunner seat was fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that whole sequence where they're chasing the ghost and they have like no traction, they're like drifting around corners chasing the ghost through town. That was sick. I was like, dude, this is a good fucking movie. Like,
hell
that
yeah, dude.
alone, I was like, this is sick.
The detail in it, or when the munchers like spitting out metal
Oh
shit
yeah,
after he
like
eats.
bullets.
Yeah, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, dude. That was fucking cool. I did think it was kind of random. Like, I guess it's like you could say it's like poor story writing or telling or whatever. When like they're testing the gun and stuff, they're playing with the trap, and there just happens to be a ghost like in the thing. I mean, it's whatever.
Coincidental, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, super
sudden.
random. I thought too like man, that's my train of thought. But yeah, that was like super random. But I did like when they're like using the gun, and he's like, did I hit it? And the kid's like, hit it, you destroyed it.
Yeah, he was really comical. A part that like you said about the ghost that makes me kind of feel like that is like when they were all up on the cave or up on the mountain and they seen all this shit happen and they're just sitting around and they just start laughing. Like,
Oh
nothing's
yeah,
like-
I forgot about
Dude,
that.
I would have freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, that bugged the shit out of me. These kids are like hanging out on that fucking
It's the mountain
elevator or whatever, and then they all looking down and they see like a ghost or whatever the hell. They look like a big old cloud, and then that one shoots up in the air and they're all just like and they all just start laughing. I'm like, dude, I would have been like, what the fuck was that? We need to get we need to get out of here. Yeah, what the heck? And they're all like and then it just like they never bring it up or anything. It just brushes over that. And then towards the end when they're like, yeah, like we think it's the mountain, and the kid's like, oh, we were at the mountain the other day. It's like, dude, like that's something that I would go home like, you'll never fucking believe what I just saw, babe. Like
I would be scared to kind of tell people before they might throw me in a fucking
loony bin or something. Yeah, that's true.
But I swear to God.
You're like, yeah, but there was like what 20 kids there. Or
Yeah,
not
dude.
20, there was, like,
Everybody
5.
can't make up the same story.
Yeah. But yeah, that was yeah, that's funny. I like too, like how they were saying like, yeah, they closed the cave because like people kept like throwing themselves down the thing because there was that pit there, so they were like,
it was a
sacrifice pit. And it was funny because remember like when the ghosts were coming out, and then like there was a miner at the coffee shop getting coffee.
Yep.
I was like, oh, cool, it's because of the miners and stuff. I wonder if like how also like his spirit went back into his body at the end, that dead guy that was in there. I thought there were gonna be more like coming out of the wall. I think it would have been because remember they were like, oh, what are all those empty ones? That means there were other bodies down there. I think it would have been cool too if like they would have touched on that a little bit more, but they kind of just brushed that over, like that there were a bunch of bodies in there that's just like his, but for some reason only his body came back. It was a little weird.
I think he did that on purpose. I think he put himself in the coffin after he died, or he had somebody put him in the coffin after he died. That way, when it happens, it's like how he was saying.
Well, that's what I think it
built
was
this
supposed
for
to be. Like
you.
that tomb was supposed to, but it like be for like other followers of Gozer, because that would have been cool too. Because you could extend on the franchise from there. Like, oh look, like there's a bunch of people that believe in Gozer, or like that Gozer's gonna rule the world. So they're gonna. I mean, who knows? They may not make any more. Like I said, this was the movie that we didn't ask for, that we didn't know we needed, because I like actually really liked that the kids were like the Ghostbusters.
And I think that they might even make a series out of it because those kids are like a lot of series. They do series.
Oh
with
yeah,
kids.
see, yeah, I would
They,
be down to see that
they
them
might
get
make a
thrown in.
series with them.
And it was cool because like, you know, watch them grow up being Ghostbusters. But that was sick, dude. Like, you know, most of the time these Ghostbuster movies are all like with the adults. I mean, there's not many of them, but there's enough that we get the picture, and to make it like about kids being like Ghostbusters was really cool because it also touches on like that child horror movie where like the kids are like saying, "Yo, this is going on," and the parents like, "You're fucking crazy. I don't know what you're talking about." But like, and that made it really good.
And I will give it to the boy actor. I don't remember his name, but he does that in every role, dude. He was in It. He played the child horror really
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Or Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, Stranger
He
Things,
he
boy.
played really good in there too. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a spinoff with the kids now. Like,
Yeah,
as
that'd
the
be
main
sick.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it'd be dope if they continue, especially because I remember like when Gozer was coming out and it was spreading, like all the ghosts were going into town.
Right.
Like now, like not all of them came to the house at that end sequence. So that means there's ghost free in the world again.
Yeah, so they could totally make a show. In each episode, they're hunting a different ghost, hunting down these ghosts.
Yeah, and
Muncher might even still be out there.
Yeah, hell yeah, because he munched out of the prison cell and took off. He
Yeah,
is
dude.
out there. But it'd be cool because too, like at the end, you see that the car going down the highway, sirens on, heading towards New York, and then you don't even like go in to zoom in to see. You just see that on the bridge from far away, and it ends the movie.
Really
so they
big
go back
cliffhanger.
to New York. So maybe we're gonna get some more Ghostbusters movie. Like I said, this wasn't the one. This was the Ghostbusters movie that we didn't ask for, but we love. So it would be
Great.
cool if they continue. I mean, I hate money grabs. I talk about that a lot in the series. You'll see, but like I wouldn't be mad if they came out with another one. I'd be mad if it sucked.
Yeah, dude, like that fucking the girl one. That made
Oh,
me
God,
fucking-
it was so
that
bad,
pissed me
dude.
off.
I wanted to like it so bad because I love Ghostbusters. I love the original Ghostbusters. They're all so good, and it was, you know, I wasn't born in the 80s, but I grew up watching those. You know, my parents like, "Hey, watch this movie. It's good." That's how when Tremors came out. Yeah, there's a lot of movies. Like Tremors came out, my parents were like, "You're going to like this, watch it." And then Predator, my dad just described it for me. He's like, "You're going to like this movie, watch
Predator
it."
was great.
Yeah, so like, and then even the Alien friend, like all these older horror movies, was always like my parents were like, "You're gonna like this, watch this." And Ghostbusters was one of them, and that was one of the ones I loved as a kid. Like it was super cheesy, like more comedy than It obviously is not a horror movie. Like it's not meant to be a scary movie, but you're put in a situation like where there's ghosts, like scary shit, but it's funny and it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
So watching the one that came out a couple years ago, and like you're like, okay, well, hopefully this is good, and then it not be good was like, it was awful. And I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess because the political climate, they thought they should, I guess, but I mean, it was just not a good movie.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're not really. It's not looking like, at least, that they're gonna do canon with it. Like they're not gonna
Exactly.
keep that one. They probably got bad reviews. They probably know. They they shouldn't keep that one.
Exactly, and that's what I loved about this, was that it wasn't canon at all, because like it would have been, I don't know, it would have sucked. Even I feel it would have been awful because that movie was awful.
I didn't even get to watch it, so I
Don't even bother.
But everybody.
I
Tells
mean,
me,
we could, but I wouldn't
No,
bother.
I don't want to. Everybody tells me that shit sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it with you, but if you wanted.
I'll just get pissed off. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that.
Especially after watching this one. Like, this one was so good. Like, I don't like to use this podcast as like a way to rate movies. Like, I'd give it a whatever, but I have to say 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And
10 out of 10 would watch again.
Yeah, and I do not rate movies on this podcast. That's not what this is about. It's just shooting the shit about a movie we like, or I put someone through. But this, I have to say, like, I like this so much. I'm gonna put a number on it. 10 out of 10.
So, I think that one of my favorite parts of the movie though was this girl's humor, dude. Those random jokes that she would start cracking.
Those fucking dad jokes.
When she compared the cigarette, the hamster. When they both
Oh
had
my
a
god,
car.
dude, that was like a fucked up
I
morbid
was
joke.
like,
With,
what?
yeah, she's like, what do a hamster and a cigarette have in common? they both can. Was it both hurt?
They're both harmless until you stick them in your mouth and light them on fire.
Oh yeah. They're both harmless till you stick them in your mouth and set them on fire. Like
Yeah,
what?
dude.
Who's sticking hamsters in their mouth and set?
I bet you it's gonna fuck you up.
It was so funny, dude. Dude, those dad jokes cracked me up. Like when when the guy's like, yeah, I'm having trouble triangulating the position, and she's like, are you how many? He's like, do you have three of those things out there? And she's like, yes, I know how many sides are on a triangle. And then she was like, I don't want to be obtuse. And then like you said, she winks at him. And he's like, was that a geometry joke? Like, it was so funny.
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed the movie overall though. So
Yeah. What was the Adam joke she said? She's like,
Oh,
why can't you trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
they make
I
up
was
everything.
like, oh man. Again, like those were like we were both like we were the only ones in the theater laughing at those. We were like, I felt like an idiot. I was like, come on, guys, please, somebody else laugh.
tag me in.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I fucking loved it. I can't wait to go see it again, honestly. Like, I don't know if I'll see it in theaters again, but, like, it's definitely going to go in the collection, like, either on the wall or straight to, like, my, like, because nowadays you can buy it and it goes right to your Apple TV or your phone and shit. I'll probably do that just because, I don't know, maybe I'll throw it in the collection. Shit, maybe I'll, Walmart always comes out with those packs. I'll probably, like, have all the Ghostbusters movies, and I'll only buy it if they don't include the shitty one, the one with the... What's her name? I forgot. I always forget those.
Tiffany Haddons, or no, that's not fucking her name.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah, whatever.
I will not pay for that movie. Even when I watched it, I pirated that thing. Don't do that. That's illegal, guys. Wink, wink.
We don't do that on this channel.
Yeah, we don't do that for the most part.
It's on
Yeah, I will admit, I don't want to sound cheesy, but like if I like really support like a director, actor, or something, even though they don't need the fucking money. If I pirate a movie and like I Django Unchained, the first time I watched it, I pirated it. Or no, not Django.
The Hateful Eight.
Is that the one? That's it, right? Where they're stuck in the Hateful Eight. I pirated it, and then I went and spent the extra money to see it he filmed it with a certain camera, and it was only at select theaters, and he played it there. I saw it that way, paid the extra money to see it there, and then I went again and saw it in theaters, and then I bought it also on DVD. So. Like with the digital and Blu-ray. So I spent the money like because I love Quentin Tarantino, and there was a lot of fucking drama with him coming out with that movie and Star Wars. Did you hear about this?
When Star Wars, no.
So there were theaters that he had contracts with to show his movie because certain theaters had the screen that was going to fit the film that he recorded it on, like what it was meant to be watched. And so he had all these contracts with these theaters. So and then when Star Wars came out, it was I forgot which one it was, but it was one of the newer ones, obviously. And this one, I don't remember if it was just one theater or if it was some. I think it was just one theater in California. Told him we can't show your movie, and he's like, "Well, I have a contract with you. You have to show my movie." He says Star Wars won't let us show their movie here unless they can use every single theater they had in that building. If they don't, they won't let us have Star Wars the entire time unless on opening night we show it in every single theater, which means we can't show your film here. And it was for a certain amount of time too. And they were like, he's like, well, that doesn't matter. I have a contract. Like, you have to obey the contract. I don't care what Star Wars is telling you or Disney because, like, you already made these promises. I already bought these cameras and put them in your theater or these projectors so I can show my movie. And now I'm out this money. And then, and out of this deal we've made. And they were like, we're sorry, Star Wars is going to be bigger grossing than your movie. Like, we have to do it.
Yeah, dude, it's sad to say, but whoever goes up against Disney, they're gonna lose that.
Yeah,
fight.
and it fucking sucked, and it pissed me off too, because I'm like, dude, I love Quentin Tarantino, and I hated that they did that to him, and like I was like super mad about it. So yeah, of course I was gonna, even though I pirated the movie the first time, I fucking poured money into like seeing the movie because I felt bad, and that's fucking bullshit. That should happen. Like you said, you go against Disney, like you're gonna lose. Like there's no way to win that battle.
Disney's ruthless, dude. I fucking don't like them.
Dude, fuck those fools.
But they make some good shit. Well, they own some good shit. They don't really make shit. They just buy the good shit.
Yeah. They own like everything, dude. Pretty much.
Dude.
I'm surprised they don't know Taco Bell yet.
Get a little lightsaber toy with your meal.
Dude, I mean, I would be okay with that.
I'll be over here like
Oh yeah. Well yeah. Any final thoughts you want to leave these guys with, or?
I think I pretty much said it all.
Yeah, same here. I don't think I have a favorite. I mean, I guess my favorite part had to be when they're doing the car chase. That was so sick.
That was a sick part of the movie.
Yeah,
I'd agree with you. That might be my favorite part too.
Yeah, I liked also when he's like going through the field and he's like going back and forth. Totally reminds me when I go like hunting and I'm like out in these fields with my truck. And I do the same thing. I'm like freaking hauling ass, putting it sideways. You saw when we had ice on the floor.
Oh yeah, dude, that was fun.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen it and you listen to the podcast, sorry for the spoilers. It's your own damn fault. Go see it. It is great. You'll love it. If you don't, I don't care. I liked it.
Yeah, dude, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. We're going to go watch some more movies. It sounds like I'm going to have Matt here for a long time for a lot of movies to come out. Shit, we might be coming out weekly with episodes, it seems like, because Feast is coming out. We're recording this before Feast 2 came out, their episode.
Yeah.
So listen in. I know we're about to right now, like we're on the couch. We have the movie Tomorrow War.
It's great so far, dude.
Yeah, so that
30 minutes in, and I'm already like, whoa, shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably like in the next couple days record that. So that'll be the following week after this one, and we still got to tackle Feast 3 and the Wolfman, and we got Christmas so close. I gotta do a Christmas episode.
Yeah, we gotta make a Christmas movie happen.
Yeah, we'll see what's coming. But there's a lot to come, guys. We're gonna have a lot of content coming out quick. Hopefully, we keep that momentum and keep it good. My co-host is gonna be joining us hopefully next month. Matt's living here with us, so it seems like he's probably going to be a pretty good co-host for a bit here too. Maybe we'll have 2 co-hosts, and we'll just all tackle movies together. It's going to be great. Even if, like, me and you see a movie, and the homegirl back in Cali, that's the co-host, hasn't seen it, like, we can, not attack her, but, like, talk to her about it. It'd be sick.
So you co-host, they're moving out here?
No. They're going to stay out there. We're going to, like, figure out how – there's ways you can record remotely.
Oh, like you're on the phone with them, basically?
Yeah, basically, like through Discord, and there's other apps, but we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's gonna be sick. Lots that I'm really excited because we got a lot of stuff coming for these guys. So listen in, enjoy, dude. It's definitely getting better from here. I remember I showed you back like an older episode. Sound quality I feel is a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely going up.
Yeah. So we're getting good, guys. We're getting it. We're dialing in this podcast like I promised you guys on the first episode. Just keep strong with us, and I hope you enjoy. Have a good one.